Hello everybody, here's a new video on our new 35. It's quite shiny. It's the one you might have seen in other videos with like on the potato harvester and on the Viking fertilizer spreader. I've been borrowing it for a while and Dad's decided to buy it. It's quite a nice tractor. It's been restored about 10 years ago on Jersey. There's a few things I need to change. This, yeah, I'll get into that. That is the original one. This bleed screw up here, cross-threaded, or someone put it in cross-threaded, and when I took it out it just stripped the threads out. So that's currently on borrow from a 203 parked in someone's field, 203 digger, so I need to find one of them from a breaker, so if anyone knows where I can get one. So I've tried all the main parts people, and they make them, but they don't have the right mounting brackets on the back. Then I have to drill more holes and it just be a faff. So I want an old one really. I've got some bits so we can do the double clutch, because at the moment he's got the right play there. Then go to there and then he stops. I tried adjusting it, but the bolts aren't particularly good. I've got some new parts for it and touch the wheels up, and should make it look good. And I've also got a new one of these, because that's quite worn in there. And I'll cover all this in the video. But the paintwork's quite good if it doesn't got the bird mark on it. Yeah, it's quite a nice tractor overall. Just wants a little bit of sort of finishing off really, because it's never properly finished. Well, alright, let's start it up and take it down to the workshop and I'll show you what I got for it. Something I do need to do on this tractor is I think it needs a new ignition switch. See, you've got off, on, and then start. He hasn't got a heat position. Either it's just wired wrong, or I think it needs another ignition switch, because in the winter he will struggle to start. I mean, I'm saying like -5, just because any diesel really needs a bit of heat. But this one should start this day, at half throttle, stops pushed in. So. Adjusted the brakes on, that's quite good now. This is always handy with the brakes on your tractor. Here are all the parts for it, plus there's some diesel bug treatment over there. I've got tin of stony grey paint, new rocker, so there's a few stickers and seals and things in there, and this is a new white exhaust, replace black one, because I had the top sawn off. So then this exhaust can go on the 20, because I'll show you on here. One, it's quite old and rusty, and two, there's a hole there. It's not too bad, but if I'm having another exhaust taking off the tractor, just because I'm fitting the correct one, I might as well reuse it rather than try and sell it. Put it on that tractor, should be good. Right, so I'll get on to the first thing. First job is to replace the other one of these. So this one must be the original. It's got a grease nipple in the middle, and the other tractor we've got has got grease nipples on as well. I'll go around this side. See, it must have been smashed off in some stage. And it hasn't got a grease nipple on. But in my Agriline order, I have one with a grease nipple, along with this. So I should be able to, it should just be easy. Swap that out, fill it full of grease, and put it back together. Okay, we're to get this off. Ferguson spanner. Hopefully it's not that dry in here. Depending how long it takes to unscrew. Okay. There we go, plenty of grease in there, but it will be better to have a greasable one. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad, I suppose. It'll be alright. Get the new one put on. Here we are, this one on here. Just do the final few turns of the spanner. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like this. When I open this in a paint to do everything else, I'll paint this. Oh, that's quite tight there. The thing with these, the spanner does always tend to slip off, so you've got to be quite careful. Don't tighten it too much across the threads. I think that's good. There. So he's got one this side, and he's got one this side, which is good. And also, the badge on the front. If you look at some of the other videos, it's only this side which is painted. I've now done both sides, so it looks a lot better. Right, let's go on to the next thing. Before I forget, let's fill this up with grease. Doing this one-handed is going to be difficult. I'll put it down and come back. Well, that's brilliant. Agline quality. The bloody grease nipples decided it wants to just blow grease back out. Great. Right, it's all set to try us. New grease nipple on a brand new thing. It's never good, is it? I won't put quite as much pressure in it this time. Well, that was a longer job than I thought it should be. Right, well that was nice and easy. Got the old exhaust off. A bit carbony in there, but it's all done. Start the tractor, see how she sounds that exhaust on. Right, fitting. Loud. Reminds me of Uncle's old scraper tractor. It sounds a bit, I know what it is now. The exhaust mustn't be on right. Right, we'll get the other one unboxed and put on. Well, this should smarten her up a bit. Don't know what that little hole is in the top, but it's a textured one as well. Best not touch it, there's a few oily marks on it, but I should be able to buff them out. Let's get it put on. Now, doesn't that look better? Paint the manifold now, it stands out. I think that just looks just a job on that. A bit taller as well, might sound a bit different. Right, well this is a bit of a late update because this is about a month after I filmed the rest of it. But, okay, we'll go through everything. First of all, I had to paint this side because this was all like black plasticky stuff and it all cracked and fell off. I painted this Stony Grey in a John Deere tin. Sorry, good. Taken the grill off and touched the paint up on that. As you see, it's off. And then I'll blow the radiator out when I get a chance. I've also repainted this wheel. See, it's actually looks quite good now. Whereas as a comparison, you see this one's got quite a bit of rust marks on it, where the rust is coming through. And you can't really see that. Where's my torch? There. You see that this one's got nothing on it at all. And I also painted this back piece of the back axle ready to paint the number plate on. So it was fixed onto the back of the seat, but I didn't like that, took it off. There you can see this wheel's got a lot of rust marks on it. See, it's been touched up before. Yeah. What else have I done? Painted the pickup hook because that had some red paint on it from when I moved the Massey trailer. So just chucked some grey paint back over the top. Since the last video I've done all the ploughing with this tractor, but inward ploughing, the little potato area, but we haven't really, we couldn't get a chance to film that unfortunately, but I got to put some pictures up in it. I'll probably do a winter 2021 like montage of pictures like I did last year, which seemed to work quite well. And see, yeah, I've managed to put the original bowl on, but just the 203 top. Just so that looks a little bit tidier. And you should see the filter that came out of it. I chucked it out now, but that was completely black with sludge. I'm surprised the tractor even ran, to be honest, but it did. Yep, so I think I'll do for this video. I think I've got, there was a little break in videos. I've been busy with schoolwork and tractor work and whatever, but now I should be getting back to regular videos, which is good. Right, thank you very much for watching. Cheers, bye.